Now then, here we are at the foot of Ben Nevis, 1,344 meters. You can pick the location, beautiful. You can pick the date, perfect. But one thing you can't do is pick the weather. So I am here and I have no choice in this. It is persisting it down, and it has given heavy rain all day today and all day tomorrow. So I just hope we can get a little bit of the views from the top, but currently it's completely clagged out and I'm just resting under this shelter at the minute just to keep dry. But it's just one of those things, you just got to get on with it regardless and dress for the weather, and then you can obviously continue and just have a lovely time. Anyway, the plan is to walk up to the halfway tarn and Locken, and then either pitch a tent there or continue round on the north face and then maybe pitch by the hut-ish area. There's like a rescue hut there, and if I pitch there then it allows me to then go lightweight from that point on to the summit, so then I can go up and do the CMD ARêTE along the back and then to the summit and then back around to my tent, which will already be there ready to house me for the evening. But I just thought that might be the easiest way of doing it, you know, keeping it light, keeping it safer, and I'll just carry the basic kit that I need just to make sure that I'm safe and sound on the mountain. But we have to get in it now, so let's bash on. Me and the beautiful Blue. Get on then. Backpacks on, waterproofs on, ice axe just in case, broccoli, can't survive without broccoli, and a banana. Simple but effective. Oh dear me. You know what? I've summited Ben Nevis twice in a day before, but today being wet and miserable, it's not a day I'm going to be doing that. So there won't be so many of those walk bys, I'm sure. So that's the thing, when you're doing these films, you generally walk every mountain twice. Good for the fitness though. Well, if you've done Ben Nevis before, you'll know that from the youth hostel to this point is probably the hardest part, because you just basically set off and you're straight into an incline, straight out at traps into it, and yeah, just sweating like hell already. I'm probably wetter inside here than I'm on outside, so I might actually ditch this jacket and just get my t-shirt wet that I'm wearing. I've got some more dry clothes in the bag anyway, but oh man, honestly, it is a tough one just to get you started. And I like to say I'm warmed up, but I'm just bloody wet up, that's all it is. So anyway, Blue's just eyeing up a sheep. Could have lamb for dinner. Come on Blue, this way, come on. Well, there she is, with a cloud topping. You can just see the start of the snow line as well, but beyond that I'm pretty sure it's completely covered in snow. Ah, yes, a bit of a damp day, but you know what? It is a pleasure to be out, absolute pleasure. Let's keep stopping and chatting to people, so that's sort of my rest time. Met some lovely people on the way up as well, which is good. Yeah, it just gives you that excitement, especially when you can't see. It's almost like walking into the unknown. Ah, brilliant, just brilliant. Well, it's still raining and I'm still undecided of what to do, where to go. I was planning on camping possibly by the town, but it just seems a little bit boring at the minute. So I'm going to continue now on this path which goes round to the north face, as opposed to taking this one which continues up to the summit along the tourist path. And that tourist path is just boring anyway. But yeah, a few people coming back down from there. There's quite a few people who haven't made it to the top purely because there's loads of snow. And I kid you not, there's people walking up in tracky bottoms and just normal trainers. No waterproofs or no waterproof bottoms. And I just think it's just complete madness. Complete madness. It's so dangerous up there. And a couple of guys walking down, Matt and Stu, shout out to those two guys, but you know, they got to 1,000 meters and 50 or something like that into the snow line, and they are fully equipped with everything, but they didn't have any crampons, and visibility is rubbish up there, they said, and they just decided to turn back because they thought it was too dangerous. So you know, that's exactly what you should be doing. So you know, they've lived to fight another day, and they said that they'll hopefully come back tomorrow after going to a shop and getting some spikes to at least get themselves through that snow. So yeah, good on them. That's what you should be doing. Stay safe out here, because it can be a bloody dangerous place. It really can. Anyway, goodbye to the town and on to the north base. Well, here we are, look at this, it's sort of slightly clearer down there. It's stopped raining for a second, but if you just look as we come into this valley here, and just look at this, just epic scale. Stunning, it really is. And the water down in this valley bottom here is just cascading down like proper white water, so it just shows you there's a hell of a lot of meltwater from the snow on the tops. And you can hear it, you know, I'm a long way away, but you can really hear it rushing all the way down there. But just look at this, look. Oh yes, what a place. And this is a place that most people don't get to see. They don't come around this side, just because obviously it is, you know, 10 times more dangerous, I would say, for the, you know, most people walking up to the summit, you might as well go the sort of more straightforward path, but oh. Wow, just look at this place. Just look up there. Just sheer rock face all the way along. And I don't know if it shows it on here, but it's a hell of a long way up there. It just makes you feel so small. Tiny little human walking beneath the power of something as mighty as a mountain like that. Yes. Respect this place, because it won't bother respecting you. It will not care at all. It will seriously gobble you up and leave you for dead if needed. Just look though, I mean, God, it's amazing. The whole place. Looking up the valley there, there's the snow sort of where I'm heading, and I'm probably going to have to sort of clamber up with my crampons on and ice axe and just try and make myself up onto the arête. You generally sort of need to head on this left hand sort of side up here really, which is a really steep banking all the way. Oh yeah. That's it, there we go. Well, you can see up there, that's the mountain hut for the rescue teams. We've got Blue, who's just embracing it all as usual. But I'm just at a point here where I need to bear left up this side here, which is quite a steep side to go up, to be honest. But I need to get to the highest point up there before I drop down onto the arête. It's just a safer way of doing it because it's not as bad as going sort of directly straight up to the arête. So anyway, this is a point where crossing the river's not too bad, and I can't risk continuing up here and not being able to cross it. So you can see here it's fairly shallow. Dog's happy, look at him. He just wants to play in the river anyway. So anyway, we're going to make our way across this one. Whoa. Whoa. Nearly there. Right, I'm across. We need to try and get Blue across now. Yeah, Blue. Come on then. Come on. Come on, Blue. Here. Come on. Good boy. Hey, he's a good boy. Good boy. There's a good lad. Well, the river crossing went fairly smoothly. Obviously you've got to take care there. Backpack, at one point then I stepped forward and the weight of the backpack didn't want to come with me, so it made me step back again. So you know, you do have to be really careful. You know, it's one thing being pretty mobile without the weight on, but obviously you need to consider this. Anyway, dog managed it. He was just like me, he kept sort of assessing where was best to go, and then he just made it across. But from now, currently it's about, well, maybe 700 meters down at the hut above sea level, and now I'm heading up to the top of the CMD, which is 1220 meters. So it's 500 meters of climbing up a slope which is about, I'm going to say about 35 degrees. So, and it's non-stop, it just keeps going and going and going. There's no sort of cliffs or anything on this. The way I'm going to navigate, because it's foggy, is basically I'm going up between two streams. So I don't want to cross one on my right and I don't want to cross one on my left. So I'm just going to make my way up now to the summit that way. But yeah, the adventure starts here. Oh, look around here, just opening up. I don't know if you can see that there. Wow, the north face. I mean, you're missing out sort of by not being able to see this, but just the fact that, you know, we're getting that now, just beautiful. Wow, just wow. It's just an incredible place to be. And when you go up the tourist path, you don't get to see any of this. It's actually really boring. I mean, just look up here now, it's just opening up for a minute. Oh my goodness, eh? I seriously would not want to be anywhere else on earth at this particular minute. Look at that. And there's only me here seeing that. And you guys, get that, eh? Wow. She does just keep trying just to sort of show her face. You can just make it out there. Yeah, beautiful. I know what you're thinking though. Get your ugly face out of it, you daft git. Let's put a beautiful face in it then, eh? There's that dog just waiting for me. Oh, look though, look. Just seconds later and it just opens up. I don't really need to say anything, do I? I mean, just, yeah. I mean, look right down the valley now. Beautiful, back down to Fort William. Oh, wow. Honestly, this just, oh. It just gets me, this. This is exactly why I get out and do these sorts of things. Oh, wow. Honestly, just total love to everyone. Just one of those moments, you know, you just got to think, you know, spread the love, be kind, just be lovely to everyone and all natural things, all animals, and you know, places like this. Oh dear. Oof. It's a deep and meaningful. Look, you can even see the arête up there. Looks pretty menacing like, but yeah, I'll be up there in a minute. Wow, just wow. Ah, raindrops, the raindrops. That's a good boy. We'll spread the love, won't we, dog, eh? We will, won't we? We'll spread some love. There's a good boy. Well, if you dissect this line, the horizon line there, it's about 45 degrees. It is a steep climb. This is really, really difficult, like proper hard work. I wouldn't advise coming up here. I've been down this before, and to be honest, going up's easier than going down. Well, here we are at the summit of the CMD, and the weather up here is completely different. I've got driving snow just piling into me, so I'm about to get my waterproof bottoms on, put another jumper layer on, and just keep myself warm. But that was such a process. Hard work climbing up there in the first place, and then as soon as we get to this point where it's like the ridge top, absolutely freezing cold. So my hands now, they've pretty much gone, so I've got my gloves on, need to get moving just to sort of keep going and warm up. But we are heading off now down into the mist along the arête. Blue's just on the snow there, just prattling about. He just wants to play, that's all he wants to do. As soon as I stop for any second, he brings a stone for me for him to chase. I can't even speak now. Anyway, let's bash on. Well, it's a wild one up here. and just a place that you've got to be so bloody careful. It's one thing having the snow and ice everywhere, you know, and if it gets any worse then obviously I'll put the crampons on, but these rocks themselves, they're actually got loads of lichen on. Blokes, give up. But you can see there all the lichen, so that lichen is pretty slippy, especially because all the rocks are wet as well. So yeah, extra care, taking our time. But I mean, it's just a drop either side, a long way down, so it's not a place you could want to sort of play in any way whatsoever. It is just set your mind to keeping safe and getting along to the other side. It's pretty cool though. I mean, just, you know, all this ridge here, and if I turn you around the other way, all this to carry on. But down there, that's just like the abyss. Total snow into the clag, never to be seen again. So yeah, anyway, let's carry on, eh? Go on. So I'm currently stood on snow, and it's just like a drift just in the middle of this, but look off there. That is not a place you want to be going. Just grab hold of the dog because he's got no fear at all. Go on, get out. Yeah, not a place for the faint-hearted, this, I would say. It's not too bad in summer because it's dry and, you know, you can see what's going on, but yeah, days like today, definitely worth taking a lot of care, a lot. Come on, boy, get on. Whoa. Well, again, I won't want to fall down there. It's fairly windy, but it's not too bad. In high winds, it's just impossible. It really would. You'd be holding on for dear life. But yeah, just come from right up there, worked our way down this section, and then we've got to continue on further down. And the problem is we're going down, it means we have to go back up again to the summit of Ben Nevis. So still a long way to go on this challenge, but thoroughly enjoying it, especially this bit. Just slightly see down here now, and I don't know if you'll be able to make that out, but over there it really does show how steep it is. It's just a cliff off this edge. And Blue's down there, always 30 yards ahead of me, leading the way. Oh. Yes, getting there, getting there. Get on then. Some parts of this are just sheer drop. You've probably got about a 40-metre sheer drop onto a snow slide. Won't be a happy place to go, that, definitely not. Oh. Anyway, I'm come to about I'm past the middle point, I think, because I can see it starting to climb up there. So when it starts to climb, you know that you're heading back onto Ben Nevis. So hopefully we'll get there in a decent time, still plenty of light that we can pitch a tent somewhere on top. I decided to carry on because it was just all a bit sort of flat and boring down there, so you know, try and get something a bit more interesting camping wise. So yeah, let's get to the summit. The good thing about the summit is the summit shelter. So worst case scenario is, even if we can't pitch a tent, we can just go get in the summit shelter and chill out there, get a sleeping bag out and everything. So anyway, let's get on up there, eh? Well, occasionally you come across a section which is just complete snow. Now, I would not go across there without crampons on. This stuff it's just melting ice, so it's the slippiest stuff ever. So rather than messing about getting my crampons on, just work my way around on the rocky bits. Tell you what though, it really does help having ice axe with me. And this ice axe for me is probably about, I'd say 4 centimetres longer than it should be for me. But the fact that it is that little bit longer means that when you're just hiking with it and you're using it just as a steadying tool on, you know, this sort of stuff, really, it works really well. It's actually helped me a hell of a lot, especially going up from the hut in the valley bottom up that horrendous climb. Honestly, it was terrible. That 500 meters vertical climbing in about, well, I'd say it got to 45 degrees, that, so yeah. Yes, tough one, very tough, but it definitely helped me for that anyway. Whoa, slippy rocks. Yep, all about just taking your time. No heroes being fast, definitely not. Hero's only a hero when they're alive. True. So yeah, no point overdoing anything. Steady away. Here, Blue. Come here. Right, go on then, climb. Stand. Good boy. Just make sure he's sorted. Stay there, Blue. And then just dig me some pockets in the snow. Try to stick to the rocks. This is an awkward one. Let's readjust. There we go. There we go. Get myself up to safety. Come on then, Blue. Hit ya. Come on. Good boy. Climb. Climb. Good boy. Come on then, get on. What a dog, eh? Absolutely love that dog. Yes, amazing to have that as a companion. Another great fall. Tentatively taking small steps. Come on then. Come on, climb. Come on, Blue, you can do it. Come on. Good boy, that's it. Good boy. Come on then. Ready? Come here. Come here. Ready? Come here. Ready? Climb. Climb. Come on. There we go. Good boy. Good boy. Stand. Good lad. Good lad, eh? What a boy. Well, there we go, we made it. This is the cairn signalling the start of the arête. Obviously I've got it the opposite way around, so now I'm here. Oh, back to a little bit of safety, I guess. But don't know if you can see behind me there, but I need to now navigate onto the top of Ben Nevis. Blue just wants to play. Ah! Oh dear. So to get up there, it's snowy all the way. Crampons, definitely time to put these on. So these ones, I've got snow all over my face. These ones are, go ahead Blue, I'm talking, are Petzl, I think they're leopard, are they? So they're a folding crampon, which means they're flexible. So if you've got a flexible boot, like a normal sort of walking boot, then they work really well. Heel sits in, toe sits in, and then the strap just binds it all together to make it nice and solid. But they are fairly gnarly, perfect for this sort of thing. And because I generally wear just a normal sort of flexible walking boot, these fit on well and allow me to still sort of move and flex as I'm walking. So yes, let's get these on and then do that final push to the summit. I'll tell you what, it's been a bloody hard day. Hopefully they'll do the trick. And with these, because they are flexible, you have to just make sure they're on really tight, because the worst thing is, I've had it a time or two with these where they just loosen off, or you just don't do them tight enough and they slightly move. So they're not quite as good as a proper clip-on one, crampon on a stiff boot, but you know what, they're lightweight, they're really good for carrying as a just in case, and this is one of those moments I definitely need them. So let's get up there somewhere. Hey, dear me, that's far enough, eh? Come on then, let's be having you, let's be having you. That's a Blue. Hit it. We're on like a 45-50 degree slope again now, and he just wants to play. But I'll tell you what, it's really hard work is this. With this, it's about 2 inches of the top of this is just sort of melted, so it's so slippy. So I'm just having to toe in on every single one of these, and obviously stabbing this in, and I've lost this a couple of times deep in, so 4 legs are better than 2 though, definitely. Come on Blue, come on. Come on. Come on, good boy. There we are. There we are. Alright, go on then, climb. Slow going, slow going. I've got probably been the slowest to ascend Ben Nevis along that arête ever, but there is reason behind it. It's about being safe and just taking your time. So along that arête I really did just honestly take every step, like just thought about it, put it down, and then just made sure I was safe to sort of continue on to the next one. Yes, this is tough though, tough going. Nearly there though. I'm at about 1250 meters I think. So another 100 vertical meters to go. Come on, let's smash it. And just like that, I can see the summit shelter and the summit cairn. Sheer joy and relief. Yes. Oh, I cannot wait just to be able to relax back. Whew. Yes, yes, yes. Oh man. I am one happy lad. Look at this. Ah, just pure joy and elation. Oh, yes. And there is the summit shelter. Not a soul to be seen. And potentially I might be sleeping in there tonight. Whether I can be bothered get my tent out or not, we will see. The last bit though, the trick point. Let's get in there, out of the weather, and check it out. It's a while since I've been in this place. Yeah, a couple of years ago I was here. Actually, a year and a half. Oh. Oh. Lovely, eh? Right, let's open her up. See what mess we're dealing with. Well, we are in. Soaking wet. The dog's just trying to dry himself off by licking himself there. And do you know what, as soon as you're out of the wind it's nice, but stepping in here, it is gross. I am not joking. Like, just all I've got to say is, you dirty bastards. Pardon my French, but it's honestly disgusting. Like, leave no trace applies to everything. And you know, if we just look in here, look at all these wrappers, food things, absolutely everywhere. This side, you know, there's a bit of timber left. Look, food wrappers, all this foil, cigarettes. Disgusting, honestly. Like, just take it down with you. Just take it down with you. That's all you have to do. Simple. You know, it's lighter on the way down, for God's sake. Anyway, as much as it's a mess, I'm going to try make it my home, I think. And I can't leave it like this. I'm going to find a way of cleaning this up, and just hopefully I've got a bag that I can just bag all this and just take it all back down with me, because you know, this is not how it should be left. Yes, very frustrating, very frustrating. Anyway, look out there, you can see the cairn at the top. That's the highest point, 1,344 metres, and in here it's 1,345 metres apparently. Highest man in Britain currently. And dog. Can't forget the dog. Anyway, let's see what we can do, eh? Well, there we go. I have tidied up, cleaned the best way I can. I need a brush really, just to sort of really brush it clean, but I've bagged up all the litter, and there's still in that corner, there's like a ground sheet sort of, or a tent or something that's just been shoved in there. It's sort of partly frozen and a few bits of crap in that as well, but can't carry that down. Anyway, rest of it I'll carry back down. There's a few bits of wood that I've just stacked in the corner. It shouldn't really be lighting fires or anything, but you never know, someone might need it. Desperation, you know, might keep them warm for half an hour or so and just save their lives, so at least I've stacked that in the corner. But yes, it's gross, isn't it, Blue? Hey? It is gross. So at least now it's clean enough for us to settle in. It's damp, but wind's off us and there's space for us to mess about and cook and do everything like that, and pack our litter away and take it back down with us. Oh dear. Yes, there are some thoughtless idiots out there who really just have no care for, you know, our beautiful natural world. No other humans. Yeah. Anyway, that's my rant all over. Back to happiness. So let's get settled in. I'm going to try to find a way of, I think I'm going to have to put my mat straight on here, but it's all sort of damp and a bit manky. But at least it'll give me a dry spot just to sort of sit down. I've got the dog's, he's got like a bit of a tarp actually, so I can lay that down for him and sort him out. And his mattress that he's got. Look at him, he's falling asleep stood there. Oh dear, what a dog. Anyway, let's get on. Right, pretty much sorted then. I've it's pretty gross in here, it is, and I don't like that. I prefer to be in a nice clean tent. It's doing a service though for today, because obviously, you know, pitching a tent out there, it would have been hard work, and you know, I don't have a snow shovel with me, and I probably would have needed one. So, you know, as far as what it's gonna do for me, it's all right. It's all right. So yeah, what I've done is just to try make it a bit cleaner. Is I've taken my ground sheet off my tent, which took a fair bit of doing, because I'm trying to do it and not let it touch anything. So anyway, I took the ground sheet off and I've laid that down on here, which is going to protect obviously my mat as well, which is a good thing. The only thing is the two surfaces are quite slippy together. So yeah. But at least we've got a clean space. Dog's happy, he's on his mat, and there's two mats he's got actually, and a bit of a tarp under him. I've got my feet in my woolly hat, on another little mat actually. I actually brought 2 bags with me, because my plan was, like I said, was to camp low down, set up camp, and then come and do the loop and then back to the tent. So I carried this second bag with me, so I could just carry the bare essentials. It's a really lightweight one, and obviously the good thing about this one is it has a mat that slips down the back, like a proper decent sit mat, which gives it support, you know, the structure of the bag. Anyway, that is under my feet, and it's actually helping keep my feet warm. So yes, everything's wet though, and it's a case of really just trying to sort of like lay things out just so they maybe just air a little bit for morning. But it doesn't really matter, because to be fair, bang it all on, fly down the mountain, you know, hopefully I can get myself sorted and dry back at the car. But I'm going to cook in a minute. I've got a minced beef hot pot, and with that I'm going to add in, so that's the minced beef hot pot, and then I'm just going to add this, what is it, oh, quinoa, so some of that as well. So not a perfect combo, but that'll actually go okay. And I've also got a little bit of pudding, which is just a fruit thing, mango and banana or something. So yeah, that's me sorted. And then a cup of tea. I have to have my cup of tea, don't I? Not bad though. Not bad. Out of the weather. It's calm. And yeah, it's been a fantastic day, so I'm a happy man. Very happy man. Well, there we go. Feeding the dog down there. And I have made myself this minced beef hot pot. So, famous long spoon. I've been keeping my feet warm as well with this. Oh, let's get tucked in, eh? Let's have a taste. Warm meal, it's just what you need. Could be better though, that quinoa. Not really go with it. It's warm though, that's the main thing. That good, Blue. Hey, that's nice. What a day. That was just awesome, the whole lot. And do you know what, it wasn't exactly what I imagined it to be like. I was planning on, you know, coming on a nice clear day and just having the drone out and like taking like some beautiful shots, walking along the arête and all that. But that was not to be today. The weather just did not play its part. But in all honesty, it's just still made it like just an epic challenge, and I've really enjoyed it. So hopefully there's enough footage to make a nice video out of it anyway. Yeah. And when it comes to weather like that, you know, just dress for it. that's all you need to do. Make sure you've got the right kit for it. So, you know, I'm thanking Rab for that today, for keeping me dry with my Rab jacket, which is that one. But that's absolutely awesome jacket. I was very impressed with using that today, and the last couple of times I've used it as well. But yeah, looking good. And also, you know, Rab keeping me warm too. Got some Rab sort of like bottoms on, which are down bottoms, and this down jacket as well. So yeah, get the right kit and you can go play outside properly. Anyway, it's been a pleasure, and for me now, I am gonna get to sleep in this horrible manky hut. And I've just sat here and I've redesigned this about 3 or 4 times over, just like trying to make it a better place to be. So I'd love to just get a helicopter, lift this off, and then design and make my own, and just lift it back on, and then just make it into a better place for people to come and sort of stay for the evening. But yeah, it's doing a job, eh? That's the main thing. Anyway, time to lay this lug. Got my pillow. I haven't even got my sleeping bag out yet. I'm going to have to get that sorted. But, you know, I am being kept warm enough, especially with a cup of tea as well. That always helps. But anyway, this whole video is just waffle, so I'll shut it up now. See you in the morning. Go on then. Morning flowers, what a morning. Look at this, complete whiteout. You just cannot see anything, nothing at all. We've just got the trig point round here with blue just floating on it like it's a boat in a sea. But look, this way, just nothing, absolutely nothing. So luckily I do know the direction of travel, which is down there. So I'm just going to set off, got the crampons on, and we're just going to work our way down to the main path and get ourselves off this mountain. Come on then, let's skedaddle. Come on, Blue. Just following the cairns, fairly straightforward, but you can't see one from the next because it's that bad is the visibility. So you've got to keep going in the same direction, and then about another 30 yards on you can see the next one. So Well, I could not be any wetter. It's proper persisting it down up here. I'm just now at the end of the snow line, so from here on the path is as normal, so I'm just going to take my crampons off. Oh dear, it is just... Tell you what, without waterproofs on though, or you know, just sort of making sure that you've got the right kit on, decent gloves and all that, God, you'll be freezing now in this rain. Right, let's get these crampons off. Hey Bluey. Right. Oh dear. Whew. Go on then. Well, here we go, back to some sort of normality. So, if you just see here, we've got the waterfalls cascading down. So I just need to make a crossing there, and we're just on the main path down anyway, so it's not too bad this last section. I've probably got about another hour's walk down, I would say, something like that. What an adventure though, that has just been amazing, it really has. And yes, you know, there's dangers involved, risks there, but it's just about taking the right equipment and just making sure that you are minimizing those risks, that's all. Yes. Anyway, if you have liked the video, as always, give it a big fat thumbs up. And yes, Patreon setup, if you're interested in that, there is the buy me a coffee link. I'm on Instagram, so just check it all out. You know, I am sort of I'd say very good currently at answering people's messages and trying to get back to people and just give people, you know, a little bit of advice here and there, and you know, just trying to build that community. So anyway, he's waiting for me. Rightio then, we'll see thee on the next one. Take care.